All right, so that's attached. Hey everybody, welcome back to Life in the North 40. I'm Rick, thanks for joining us. Today I'm gonna be pulling off my old ladder style chains that I've literally worn out. Both of them were broke, missing the connecting links on one. The other one, I threw one of my chain ladders off, it literally broke off. So we're gonna be taking those off and installing our new diamond chains today. They say that they're better because the reason they're called diamond chains is they have the diamond shape. The chains come in and out, in and out, in and out like that, so that you're getting a section of chain in the center of your tire pretty much at all times going out to the outside of your tire. So you have constant traction, whereas ladder style is just a slat of chain across the tread of your tire, and you have a gap. And my tire about that big with no chain traction. Also, they sink down in the deep lugs of UTV tires. So you have areas that just don't get chain traction as your tire rotates. Since I'm running these on my UTV to plow snow for additional traction, because we get so much ice and buildup, you just spin out, especially when you're pushing a load. The diamond style chains say that you always have constant traction because of the pattern on your tire versus ladder style. Since I've run these ladder chains for the last 3 years, I have literally worn them out. I have broken one of the ladders on that goes to the left and side vertical runs of chain has literally broke off. I'll show you that. I've lost an attachment link on the other set. These cost about 120, 130 bucks. I recently got these diamond style. They were over $200. They have links. They're a little more complex to attach. A little more attachment points, if you will. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the difference between the two. I'm gonna show you my broken set. They're still mounted. And then we're gonna install these diamond style chains. And this is my first time installing them, so you're gonna get to see that and how they look. I can already tell these are gonna be a better chain for this application. I wish I'd have got them before. But I also have a second set of ladder style as an emergency backup set. Because we'll get, a ton of snow and our road is not trafficable. And Brittany needs to go to work. I got to get this road plowed. So if I don't have functional chains, I'm dead in the water. All right, let's see how we get these things installed, and I'll show you my old beaters. All right, here's one side of the ladder style that I'm going to take off and replace. You see right here, I have a piece of, this is just a piece of wire that I had in my shop available from my T-post fencing. Here is one of my ladders that completely detached. So you see that these are the attachment pieces. Somewhere I literally broke one of these off, just literally wore these off. I'm gonna keep these chains for parts, and I can take another link and repair that. So this chain set, that's the issue there. And then in addition, I have the other set. I'll show you the attachment hook link. One of those is broke off and missing. So let's go ahead and get these babies off. And I also bought new tensioners. These are the tensioners, this rubber piece with these little clips. That keeps everything nice and snug on your tire. So we're gonna get these babies off and get the good ones on. All right, so I'm on the inside of that same tire now. You'll see this is the hook link I was referring to. That hook style link right there, you can see the hook. This got completely removed and busted off of the other set. So I can fashion something like that to reattach those. Those are the old ladder chains off of that one. All right, so we got those off. All right. So these things are pretty much shot. Yeah, I can refashion some links in this summer. I will do that. And I'll make these operable again as a backup set. But they have just been coming off, causing me to have all kinds of problems. So I'm gonna get these diamond chains on. And we're almost at the end of snow season, but I wanna get them on and see how they work. Well, everybody, these are the type of diamond chains that I got off of Amazon. Grizzlar ATV diamond studded chains. These are called VLink chains. Like I showed you, it has that little pointed V. These are carbon steel. These are more expensive. These are about $200+. Because they have the carbon steel, there's more material to these than ladder style chains. I got one of the pairs in here, one's still on the layout. We're going to install them. They come with a set of directions and cautionary statements. These have shackles, those little rings, that you have to take the free running end and attach these little mini screw links to the side chains to secure them. One of the reviews said online that these break fairly easily. They're cheap, and Chinese steel, they come apart, so to buy extras of these, they come with 4 extra. Also comes with a pair of gloves, installation gloves in a plastic bag, and 2 of the tensioners with clips. So that's everything that comes with those diamond style chains. I wanted to make you aware, these tensioners are what I've been using on my old style. They work fine, but these little links here, you'll lose them from time to time. They'll spread out or whatever. So I went ahead and I got these on Amazon as well, these tire chain rubber tighteners. My neighbor's been using these. They work great. They're easy to get on and off. So when I install my diamond chains today, I'm going to utilize these and see how they work on them. These come in small, medium, and large. I went with medium because large said it was for tractor tires. These are bigger than a normal UTV tire. My rear wheels and tires are large, but they're not that large. So I went with a medium. We'll see if I went with the right size. All right, we got step 1 done here for installation. Lay out your chains and make sure they're tangle free. Make sure we've inventoried. We've got all of our attachment hardware on all ends. Looking good. And the VLink parts that stick up off the chain go away from your tire. So just how these are laid on the ground, we're going to lay them over the top of the tire and center them and tuck the loose ends under the tire, both sides, and we're going to pull forward or backward until your attachment points are axle high. One of the things I like about these already, there is a right side up, which you have to have the V-links up, but there isn't a different outer or inner. Both are the same. So you can just put them on, it doesn't matter. There's not an inner attachment hook or an outer, which I like. And I like these diamonds. You can center these on the tire. Let's see if we got about the same here. All right, so we're gonna just tuck the excess here. We'll pull forward on these. So I'm just trying to make sure I've got them evenly spaced right now. And one of the things that I like about these is these lugs on the tire are so deep, the ladder style fall right inside those cracks about half the time. These don't do that, so you're always going to have constant traction. Those are nice and centered. So it looks like we're going to put on the other ones the same way, and we're going to go ahead and pull forward. All right, those look like they're centered. All right, we've got the vehicle moved forward. We draped and centered these over and moved forward. So I like that the center, you can always find center on the crown of your tire because you know where the diamonds are linked together is dead center. So I pretty much got that. So now you've got 2 side loose chains that'll go to these tightener tensioner bars, and then you've got the 2 free running ends here with the little attachment links to go through your shackles or these little rings. So what we're gonna do is run these through here. Okay, and we'll find, kind of just hold it, this. And it looks like we're pretty centered. I'm okay with that. So now these little guys, we want to snug this up. If I can remember how to do these. So these will go through a link and then hook. So you got to find the right spot roughly to kind of tighten this down, and then this will kind of link here. So for the right amount of tension. That's not too bad. So see if I can go a little tighter. Let's do the inner one first since it's harder to work with. All right, now that we've got the free running ends just loop through these two shackles or rings. They're not attached yet, just kind of tucked out of the way. I was just trying to find center. And you know, we're supposed to do this first, which is these two attaching bars. So, you know, try to find a link that gives you the appropriate amount of tension. Just kind of eyeball it. You might have to go to the next one. I don't know if I want to go too tight on this inner one because I got more working room to tighten on the outer sidewall, better workspace. So let's see how that looks. And then I'm gonna tuck that in here for extra chain. So it's a little loose here because I'm gonna tighten the outer one. So I ran it through here, kind of bring it back through towards itself like a little lever. I'm gonna push the excess links in here so that those will hold. And I think that might hold right there. It's a little loose. We're gonna tighten the outside and see if that snugs it up. Because first thing is to tighten the tension on both outer and inner sidewalls with these two little levers. Then we're gonna do our center attachment. All right, now let's tighten this outer run. Experiment here how tight I want it. That's pretty snug. That's pretty loose on the inside. So yeah, I think that extra link is the one it's supposed to be attached to. Or does that go back through? I don't know. We'll find out. I might have to go a little further down. All right, that's pretty snug. I might want to snug this inner one up. We've got these on. I have not put these on before, so once I put I've got the chain, the free running chain running through the ring. And then this, I said the ring was the shackle. These are the shackles. These little screw links or shackles. So once you pull these tight, you can run this chain to the outside and screw it to the outside left or right chain here, attachment point, so it's nice and snug. It does say to make sure that that metal ring is flat against the tire. I'm gonna say that is a good spot. So I may want to try to tighten those sides again. We'll see. Attachment point here. Through. I want to make these easy to get to, and I don't. So with the shackles, I did read in the reviews that these break. You do not want these to be driven over, these links, if possible. So you want to try to push them off to the flank side here and snug them up, tighten them there, because I did read that these things will break, and if you drive over them pretty easily. So, all right, so that's attached. I have the chain. So I have the chain coming up through the ring here and running out and attached to the side run here. This one I got going up through. That ring's fairly flat. These chains that go through the ring, I'm having them go inside the lugs, that chain, so I'm not driving over it. I'm gonna do the same on this side. Pull it through the ring, snug it up, and then run it through this lug, gap in the lugs, and then to the sidewall, and screw this baby in. We got these on and fairly snug. I'm gonna take the additional slop out with these tensioners. And one of the things that took me a while, I did this off camera because it just took me a while, is inside, I'm gonna show you, this clip area, I have extra chain. I'm buying that new Ranger and the tires are actually bigger than this, so these chains will fit. So I've got some excess chain link here that'll flop around. If you cluster that additional chain link on this clip like I did here, if you don't do it properly in the back, it'll hit my suspension. So I needed to make sure everything on that inside sidewall area, as far as excess chain and attachments, they needed to be fairly flat or they're gonna hit the suspension arm as this wheel rotates on the inside of both wheels. So it took me a while to figure that out, tuck those nice and tight, and tuck them away. All right, let's get this tensioner on. Let's snug these babies up. Well, that did a nice job on those. I think that, wow, yeah, that really tightened them up and snugged those up good. So I think we're gonna be okay. Wanted you to see this clearance. Same thing in through here with that rod right there. That is the issue on that inside. Yeah, I think these are gonna work great. And I sure like that tread pattern of the chain for constant contact. I think that is gonna work great. Well, everybody, thanks for joining us in this installation video. I hope it helps you install your diamond chains. Sure glad Murph joined us on this video, and I'm glad you did too. If you enjoy our content, please give us a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate it. See you next time.